1 in every 5 Canadians will suffer from a mental health challenge in any given year. Mental health touches all Canadians indirectly at some point, whether through their personal experience or that of a family member, friend, or colleague. The Islamic community in Winnipeg faces significant mental health challenges. Nonprofit organizations like the Manitoba Islamic Association hold workshops throughout the year to educate and support the community in their mental health journeys.
Mental health is a real issue facing American and Canadian public. It is, and we as Muslims are no different than anybody else. We all suffer from it because of our many issues, whether it's finance, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, whether it's any other issues that we can face. Especially here in Manitoba, the winter plays a havoc on people's health. You know, every winter there are people who are bound at home, not going anywhere, suffer through mental health. It increased tremendously during the COVID times. You know, for 3 years almost, people were stuck at home. They were working from home. They were home 24/7, not going anywhere, afraid, lost a lot of their family members and friends. So all of that causes mental health issues. I think the community can play a major role in it by providing educational material towards it, training people for mental health first aid so that they can recognize people who are suffering either through depression, anxiety, eating disorder, hundreds of things that they go through in their life, so that people can be recognized, and the community should be there to help them and guide them. Mental health not only affects the person themselves, but also their family members, their community at large. They suffer, and by inactivity, by not participating productively in the community affairs, in the social affairs of the society.
Environmental factors such as access to safe and affordable housing, meaningful education, and employment impact our mental health. Government-funded mental health programs and initiatives are key to supporting the mental health of Canadians.
So this particular event is one that was of huge interest to me because I have friends that have gone through similar situations where they have family members that are struggling with mental health issues, and they'll talk to me about it and don't know what to do about it. And this was very helpful to have some tools to bring the community together and have an understanding of the things that are happening in our community, that there's a stigma attached to it, and what we can do to try and ease some of that tension and pain, and also what we can do to try and help those people that are suffering in the community with mental health issues, to provide that support. And I think that's important to get our group together to do that. So in my view, I think there's cultural differences in a variety of different communities, not just the Islamic community, but I'm of the view that there are unique differences in each community that need to be addressed differently than other communities. And so a mental health issue in our community might be specific to something that's related to our community, and having someone within that can assist with that understands it, that can see those other pictures, I think is actually helpful for the person that's seeking help or the person that's trying to help an individual like that, because if they don't have those extra tools, it might leave the person feeling like they don't have an opportunity, or that person doesn't understand what they're really going through, which I think is a real problem in trying to solve an issue like that. So I think having that trust and understanding that someone else, though the person that's trying to help you, really understands to the core what you're dealing with and the issues that you're dealing with, whether it be that you're a new immigrant, a newcomer, and that you're lonely, or that you're missing some of the cultural aspects, or friends or family, all those things, having someone who really understands what those issues are like to the core, I think is critical in order to be able to help. And for that person who's getting the help to trust the person who's giving them that advice, because if they don't trust that person, or there's no relationship I don't think there's going to be a solution to the issue. So I think it is really important to have people in the community that understand that. The only thing that I wanted to add is that I think it's important for our community to be aware of what social services are available in our community, and there are a number of them, and a lot of us don't know what those issues are, and having those names and lists and organizations readily available to people in the community, even in the masjid here, is important, so that we know where we can go to for help, and that there are many options available to us here.
I think mental health issues are not well recognized in our community in general because there is stigma involved, but these are real issues. They really affect the well-being of individuals, the family members, the friends, and the society in general, and also our communities. So I think the program that we had immensely benefited me in terms of raising the awareness, and I think based on the framework that was introduced here, I can at least give kind of the first-hand help or assurance to the persons that I know.
Canadians spend an estimated $950 million per year on private practice psychologists. About 30% of this is paid out of pocket, with the remaining covered by employer-based private health insurance coverage.
I was very pleased to have so many participants in the program today, in the workshop that we had, and the people participated in it very actively and discussed the issue. I especially was very encouraged to see young people in the program, and they had excellent ideas, and I loved it. My goal for today's program was just to raise awareness on the issue and to encourage people to come forward and help recognize and help those who are in need. My only advice to my fellow Winnipeggers and especially members of MIA, may Allah bless this community for having such a great program, such a great, this building was a dream come true. And may Allah bless this community to take care of our youth. Take care of our youth because they need assistance and they need help and they need being brought to the masjid all the time.
There isn't a simple way to balance mental health. It is a constant effort where one must always be vigilant. However, increased awareness and support programs and systems can make that balancing act a little bit easier. This episode was written and produced by Zuher Almusre. With you Multicultural, I'm Ryan Funk.